Motivation Monday. So today I just want to touch on this topic for a bit. And this is about no one owing you anything. Now, as hard as that is to hear and as hurtful as it may sound, that's the truth. People can help you if they can. They can help you if they're so inclined, but they don't have to. Whatever you're dealing with is your responsibility, as hard as that is to hear. Okay? And let me repeat myself. There are situations that you may be in, no fault of your own. However, there are people who might be in a position to help you, but they're not caring people. They're not caring enough to want to take $1 out of their $10 to give it to you. Then there might be somebody else with $1. They're willing to give it to you, but they have a bill that's $10 and they have to find the other 9. So at the end of the day, as sad as that is, as depressing as that is, you have to do for you because it's nobody else's job. If you can't do for yourself, and you could find whether it's organizations that help people, whether it's with food, whether it's whatever, but sometimes people try to help other people, but they could only do so much. Because at the same time you could be asking someone for $1, there could be 20 other people asking them for $1. They have $1 and they need 9 more to do something. And they could have always been giving people, they could have had $10 and already given 9 people $1. So they really would love to help you, but they're putting themselves deeper in debt, trying to help everybody else. You know what I mean? So as stressful as it is for you to try to figure out what you're going to do, it's also stressful for other people, trying to always help other people figure out what they're going to do, and it's leaving them figuring out in the end what they're going to do for themselves. You understand? So you have to find a way. And I don't want to get all biblical or whatever, but I was raised in the church. After all, I might have strayed or whatever, but the core values are still there. God helps those that help themselves. If you could cut grass, do that. If you could paint houses, as much as how the economy is right now, people might want their houses painted, but then again, you never know. Whatever you could do, look in the ads, in the newspaper, whatever. If it's something online and you have a computer, whatever you could do, even if it doesn't work out, you got to try. You got to try for you. Nobody else could try for you. And as one of the old saying is, as cliche as it sounds, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Anybody could tell you about something. Anybody could try to help you, but the final step is yours. You have to want it. You have to want it, and you have to chase it. You can't sit and wait for people to hand you fishes. You understand? A person could only hand you fishes for so long. You have to learn to fish, the same how they have to learn to fish. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you think your situation is bad, and the person that's trying to help you, their situation is bad too. In your mind, it might be as bad as yours, but who are you to say that? That's not your call. It's bad for them. They might have $1, as I say. You have none. And you're like, well, they have $1, I have none, they're better than me. Not really. Because they still have to find 9 to put with that because they have a bill to pay. That's 10. You understand? So, you are your own responsibility. Even for kids, your parent could help you when you reach a certain age if they're so inclined. But at this point, it is on you. Because if people keep handing you stuff, you would never do anything on your own. You understand? You have to do research. You have to look through and see what you could find that needs doing. Like right now, in this pandemic, as much as things are bad on one end, there's always jobs to do. There's always something to do. Somebody could be moving out of their apartment. They want somebody to help them to carry bags or whatever, or drive them from point A to point B because they can't afford a moving truck. They could be moving out of their apartment because they can't afford the rent anymore and going into a shelter or going to stay in somebody's living room. So they have to put their stuff in storage. So this is where you could come in and help them drive back and forth. If you have a small car or if you have a van, help them take their stuff to the storage locker. There's always something to do. There's people who are sick and might need somebody to, make them a meal or do their laundry or whatever. There's always things where you could go on the internet self and look up things that you're good at. That might be the normal job. It mightn't be glamorous, but there's something that you're good at and you could do with not much effort because you're good at it and it's easy for you. Okay? So you have to find your calling and you have to make it work for you. Okay? Because there's no excuses. Right? There's people with one hand, there's people with one leg, there's people with all sorts of issues, and they still have to get up and find it when the day comes. Okay? So if you or everything about you is functioning, you don't have a brain aneurysm, you didn't have a stroke, you didn't have a heart attack, different things like that, nothing that's so drastic, or you don't have no issues at all, and you're capable of walking and talking and doing everything, there's something that you could find. Nobody is entitled to take care of you. Nobody. And as I said, even for kids, even with animals, you notice animals have the babies, and after a certain time, they push them out the nest. Birds, think about it. They push them out the nest. Hopefully, they don't die. They have to learn to fly. So you have to fly. You have to fly. We've all been through stuff. You have to weather the storm, and you have to make a way for yourself. No one else could make a way for you. You have to do it. Okay? So that is all. So have a great week, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. If you're new to my channel, welcome. To all my rock stars, thanks for continuing to rock with me. If you don't come here as often as you used to, why not? Okay? Please subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment, like this video. See you in the next video. Smooches. Sunshine.